All right, folks, and we're back at the Romance Novel Workshop. If you want to write a novel, you should come to events like this because these people have really good points as far as how to write a novel, how to create a conflict and make it interesting and all that good stuff. I have here Glenda Sanders. This lady has written over 30 books. And what I like about this is that check out some of the covers. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is good stuff. Good stuff. So, Glenda, I want you to tell me a little bit. I mean, you've published 30 books by now.
Yes, I have.
So, first of all, I want you to tell me your angle about the way you write, because I know there's people that write more comedic-like, there's people that write more focusing on the conflicts. What is your style?
Well, I tend to have a lot of humor in my books, but I also tend to be all over the map. I've done ghost stories, I've done very serious books, and I've done funny books, but I enjoy the ones with the humor.
Okay, now, when you think of parts of the world that are romantic, which ones come to mind?
Oh, gosh. Anywhere can be romantic. There's always a moon, but
where are most of yours set? Where are most of them
well,
set?
most of mine are set right where I am at any given moment in time. You know, they say write what you know, and that's what I've done. And so consequently, a lot of my books have been set in Florida. For this particular book,
Temptation.
I wanted a destination at the end of Amtrak, and I took a train trip up to Baltimore and did my research there. So it's set mostly in Baltimore. But this one's set in early Tallahassee. It's in 1874, and it's a comedy of Southern manners. It's just
that's very nice.
Southern manners.
Southern manners.
a whole lot of fun to write.
So did you have to do a lot of research for the because I mean you're going back so far back in time, so the mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I usually start by just a general overview of the time period, and then I'll go to the local newspapers from the area during the time period, and that way you find out where the businesses were and what was going on. And in this one, I didn't realize how major the temperance movement was, even in the outer regions during 1874, and so that was kind of fun to work the temperance movement into the story.
That's very nice. Okay, now I'm going to ask you the question that I've wanted to ask you writers that have done this. You got 30 books under you. So what would you tell to somebody that wants to start writing romance novels? What would the main thing that you want to let them know as far as how they should pursue this?
Well, obviously familiarize yourself with the market, and then decide what it is that you want to write, and then familiarize yourself with that market even more. Then, join some writers and perfect your skills. You have to learn. It's not like you decide to become a writer and you are a writer. There are skills involved in it, and expect to start out slow and get better as you go along, and consequently more quickly you can write then, because you're not having to stop as many times and correct yourself or agonize over things as much.
So now, when you have 30 novels out, I would assume that it takes a long time before you actually get your first book published, and then the second book. So is it easier to get your books published once you have a few under your belt? Are the publishers more than likely to go, okay, we'll grab this one again and publish it? And because is it easier that way, or is each book kind of like a brand new submission?
It's easier because you have the attention, and when you're working well with the publisher, then it's certainly a plus, and they're more apt to take a chance on you. When you tell them about an idea, they know how you're going to develop it. And, say a new writer comes in, it may be a wonderful idea, but they have no idea how they're going to handle it. It is easier. But there are still rejection slips, and there are still bumps in the highway,
Of course. Well, Glenda, it was a pleasure meeting with you, and thank you today. I personally enjoyed this thoroughly. And I've just had such a wonderful time meeting all the authors and getting to know how they go about writing their books, and it's been wonderful. What do you think, Joseph?
I'm starting to write my book already. I'm using the word thrust in the first sentence. She thrust into his room, he thrust into the bed, and they thrust together into a conversation. Conversation.
Oh, okay.
It was a thrusting conversation that went for about 3 or thrust minutes. I'm sorry, I gotta rewrite that. But anyway,
Joseph, look at how thick these books are. Look, this one sheet of paper.
One sheet, I'm just starting, girl. This is like the little introduction to the book.
So if you were to write a book, what would the title of it be?
Seriously?
Yes.
It would be Love in Venezuela by Joseph Izquierdo. No, I don't know what it would be. It'd probably be like, you know, the Spanish Stallion. No. It would be, no. It would be Romance in the Stone. No, Romance in South America. Yeah, Romance in South America.
You would romance the entire South America for your research?
Well, I would have fun just doing the research.
A lot of research involved.
A lot of research, yeah, and you know, there's South Americans here. So I could start here and just move all the way through Central and South America, and it would be fun.
So would your novel involve lots of females, or would it just involve one female?
No, I think that I had to stay true to the romance novel format, and you know, just I guess stay with only one female, which is, you know, not what I want to do, but you know, what the heck, we got to follow the plan here. It's a formula here that we have to do, and it's like A plus B equals C, except, you know, I'd like to have D, E, and F in there, but...
I think I'm going to start writing my romance novel. See, I have a laptop computer, and I think I would get mine done a lot faster than yours.
Well, that's good for you, but what are you going to call yours?
Like, you know, Hot Child in the City or something like that. Isn't it a song from like the 70s?
That's what I think it is. But
why did I say that? I don't know.
We have no imagination, folks. But we hope that you learned in this show. There was a lot of good pointers. I mean, a lot of writers that have been doing it for a long time, and it takes a long time to get one of these down.
It does not happen overnight. Stardom for these people does not happen overnight. So, but if you do have a dream of writing your own romance novel, by any means, start typing away, start writing away, because dreams can come true. Thanks for tuning in this week to the Michelle.
Dreams can come true. Dreams can come true. Anyway, thank you folks for being with us.
I'm Michelle Valentine.
And I'm Joseph Izquierdo. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.